All right, so again, DJ Crick, that dude Crick. I'm still got to figure out another name for you, man. Crick Daddy, Crick, I don't know. We'll figure it out. So there's a couple controversial things that I'm going to start joking but serious. So last week we had, Assembly member Chantel Jackson on that basically said y'all Jamaicans can't have, don't make good macaroni and cheese. So we got to start about that. And there's a long-standing joke that Guyanese don't really have soca artists too. I think they got one now, right? But before we used to have Eddie Grant. Anyway, as we move into who you reppin'. So this segment basically is who you reppin', talking about our community leaders, our elected officials, our potential elected officials. So today we have somebody from my hood, my brother Hector Robertson, who is the independent candidate running for the city council district in District 35. So Hector, are you on, my brother? Are you on?
I'm here, Khari.
Okay, my brother, good to see you. Please give your best to your wife for me. But the question is, who are you repping, my brother? Who are you repping? Where is Hector from? Talk to us.
Hector is repping Crown Heights, Prospect Heights, Clinton Hill, Fort Greene, and a sliver of Bed-Stuy. And I am from Central Brooklyn. I live right here in Crown Heights, my family, and been a community leader for over 30 years, helping people stay in their homes.
So listen, shout out to Hector, but I hear accent, Hector. So you got to let we on iriejam Radio. So when we on iriejam Radio, you got to let the people know unless you was born in like Brooklyn Jewish Hospital, something else. You got to tell us who you repping, brother.
No. I wasn't born in the Brooklyn Jewish Hospital. Was born in Panama.
Okay.
And I came here and raised my family, went to school, and today, I'm running for city council, representing my community. Yes, sir.
So you are running against the incumbent Democratic candidate as well, Crystal Hudson. And so, when we run for office, we always want to differentiate ourselves from the candidate that we're running against. What makes you different than Crystal Hudson, the current council member for the 35th, my brother?
Well, what makes me a little different, or a lot different, I should say, is that my commitment to my community has always been paramount. I don't think that the incumbent really has had this district and many of the communities within this district paramount to her commitment to serve everybody in the district. So I have that distinction because I've done it for so many years. So I'm really in touch with what my community actually needs and where we would like to be as a community. I think that most of the issues that we have in our communities are all very palpable. Most of the people that are in this community knows that housing is a paramount issue in our community. And quite frankly, we can't depend on the private sector to build housing for us. And so we have to be able to go on and build housing in public spaces, public land. That's the next frontier. And I think that she has really failed in that arena. And she's gone out there actually really talking about NYCHA. NYCHA needs an infusion of at least 100 to 150 to even $200 million to just catch up with everything that needs to be done there. I can't tell you how many families I have spoken to at many NYCHA buildings that are absolutely fed up with the leadership in our city. So that is just a touch of the things that I know that I have different from her, because even though you cannot really solve all the NYCHA issues by yourself, you should be able to have your pulse on exactly what needs to be done for these people and push that agenda so NYCHA people can actually have a decent place to live.
I appreciate that, man. And there is a mixture of NYCHA developments in the 35th, as well as there is a diverse housing community. So housing has been the conversation of today. Just in some other questions, and you don't got to answer this, right? But we were making a joke. I don't know if you ever watch wrestling, but we were just talking about the wrestling matches between, the way we looked at it, old school wrestling, Mamdani against Cuomo with Sliwa outside. Have you? And you don't have to say yet. You don't have to tell us who, but have you made your decision of who you are going to vote for the mayor of New York City?
I didn't make a decision, but I'm leaning towards one of the candidates because I think that our city is in crisis, and I believe that we need a leadership that actually can lead us into this disparaging city that is completely in chaos, and not to mention the barrage of nonsense we're getting from Washington. So we have to be able to really rely on our leadership in the city to help us navigate through the next 3 years of this insanity that's coming out of Washington.
Yes, and listen, this has changed the dynamic for a lot of folks. I myself, a former candidate, always have respect for those who want to take that leadership role. So day one, you pull this thing off. Day one, what is the first agenda on your docket? What is the first thing that you would do as the new city council member pulling this off?
Well, there's so many things, but one of the things that I noticed the most in our city is an enormous amount of mental health people walking our streets. I don't think that we have stabilization centers within Brooklyn in this district, in this cocoon of this district. And so I would like to establish at least 2 stabilization centers for people to come and help actually really build these centers and help these mental crisis situations that we have in our city come to some kind of stability, because we don't have that. I know it's going to take money to start, and it's going to take money to actually operate these centers, but I think they're vital because right now we don't have it. And I think we should actually work towards getting those mental health people or those mental health folks in our city, in our district, alleviate some of that crisis that they're facing. That's just one thing. But we ought to be able to do more than one thing at the same time, right? We can walk and chew gum at the same time. I think that schools are in a big crisis. Remember what happened after the pandemic. Black and brown children really suffered the most in how they were actually being treated by the system, because most of them did not even have internet service. So their school fell behind. And so right now, they're very, very much behind in school. There have been some progress, Khari, but I don't think there's been enough progress to get our kids to the level where they're supposed to be at this point. And then also, we have to really start thinking about specialized schools in our district. We only have one, and that is Brooklyn Tech. Right now, there is a building on Bedford and Eastern Parkway that we can actually utilize as another specialized school in our district, because we have a ton of kids out there that are smart kids. They just need the leadership to actually walk them through the process, walk them through to be the best person that they can be in our society. So I would do the stabilization centers. I would focus on the education of our kids. And one last thing that is very important that I think the incumbent has not done, and that is to protect the seniors that are actually trying to protect their insurance and their retirement funding. The incumbent refuses to sign a legislation that will protect them. I will do that on day one. If that legislation is still there, that's what I'll do.
I love it, man. And listen, shout out to First Baptist Church of Crown Heights. I know you and the wife go there. Shout out to Pastor Moore and the lovely seniors who have their women's group every second Wednesday. So I have a couple rapid fire questions because of the technical difficulties. We have to try to get you back on it another time. But I know what you're gonna say to this one. But where's your favorite place to eat in District 2035, brother? I already know what you're gonna say, but people need to hear it. Yeah, your favorite place to eat.
I like to go to Shane's.
What? Wait, hold on. If the owner of Balboa is listening to this right now, you're gonna have a problem, brother.
No, but Balboa's is my to-go place. But Shane's is the place where I go mostly on weekends because Balboa is closed.
Okay. So, beach or pool? If you get to go on vacation.
Beach.
All right. You sound like a real Panamanian right there, because you want to make sure that. And listen, give me your last statement. We have 49 seconds. Give me your last statement so why people should, where they could follow you, why should they follow you, and tell them what you need them to do November 4th.
I'm not running for anything other than city council. And so I'm going to have my focus, laser focus on the district, on the community, and the people of the community. Unlike my incumbent, who is running for city council speaker. If she gets into as a city council speaker, if you haven't seen her in the district by now, you probably won't see her if she gets elected city council speaker. So my attention is going to be 100% on my district, because I have funded my own campaign, because the campaign finance board really put the screws on this campaign, but we will not be deterred. We move forward. We know that we believe in the message, and we will continue until this thing comes to a completion and we are actually in the city council office.
All right, listen, my brother, thank you for taking the time to jump on with us. Thank you for logging in to Carry On. We look forward to you in the district. Remember, everybody's early voting. See my man outside on whether it's on Bedford Avenue, whether it's on Eastern Parkway outside of church. Hector, thank you so much, man. Please give your best to to your wife, and I'll see you soon, my brother. Thank you.
Hey, listen, keep that DJ. He's the bomb. He's pretty good.
Let him know. That's ego. That's his ego, brother. All right, so
let me leave a quick shout out to Black Hand, Caesar Emmanuel. Thank you, Caesar, for giving me an opportunity to address your crew and your audience.
All right, my brother. Thank you so much.